Top 10 Most Powerful Asian Gangs. Hidden in the heart of Asia's underworld are criminal empires worth billions, operating in the shadows with unmatched power and fear. From legendary triads to notorious Yakuza syndicates, these gangs have shaped entire nations through wealth, violence, and influence. Today, we dive into the top 10 most powerful Asian gangs, ranked by their staggering net worth and chilling operations. These names rule the streets and strike fear into the hearts of many. Get ready for a deep dive into the world of crime, corruption, and unimaginable riches. Number 10. The Bamboo Union, net worth $2 billion. Founded in Taiwan during the 1950s, the Bamboo Union began as a small gang, but quickly rose to become one of the most powerful triads in Asia. Formed by a mix of mainland Chinese military men and local criminals, they had one goal: to dominate Taiwan's underworld. Over the years, they expanded their reach beyond Taiwan, establishing connections with gangs in Southeast Asia and even the United States. The culture of the Bamboo Union is one of unyielding loyalty and silence. Betrayal is unforgivable. New members are initiated through rigorous trials, but they must swear an oath of secrecy and fidelity, sealing their commitment with blood. Once inside, the organization is their family. Nothing else matters. The Bamboo Union's operations span a wide spectrum, from drug trafficking to money laundering, arms smuggling, and human trafficking. They're also involved in Taiwan's entertainment and construction industries, giving them significant legitimate cover. What makes them so feared is their political connections. They have close ties with influential figures, using these relationships to evade law enforcement and solidify their influence. Their ruthlessness is legendary. Anyone who crosses the Bamboo Union is met with swift and brutal retribution. Number 9. D Company, net worth $6 billion. Based in India, D Company was founded by the infamous Dawood Ibrahim in the late 1970s. What began as a small-time smuggling ring in Mumbai's bustling streets transformed into a global crime syndicate with operations across Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. Dawood's rise from a petty criminal to one of the world's most wanted men. D Company became synonymous with organized crime, terrorism, and Bollywood extortion. D Company's culture revolves around a combination of criminal enterprise and religious fanaticism. Members are chosen not just for their skills, but for their loyalty to the organization and, often, to Dawood himself. Initiation involves earning the trust of the gang by carrying out dangerous missions such as assassinations or extortion. The gang's business model is diverse: drug trafficking, counterfeit currency, arms smuggling, and extorting Bollywood film producers. What makes them feared is their integration into terrorist networks. D Company has been linked to the 1993 Mumbai bombings and other terrorist activities, making them not only a criminal syndicate, but also a political force capable of destabilizing entire regions. Number 8. The 14K Triad, net worth $10 billion. The 14K Triad, founded by Kuomintang loyalists during the Chinese Civil War, is one of the largest triads in Hong Kong. Today, it has a global reach, with members in over 30 countries. Their origin as political refugees transformed them into a violent criminal syndicate driven by the need for power and wealth. The 14K's culture is strict, with an emphasis on secrecy, loyalty, and brotherhood. New recruits are thoroughly vetted and must prove themselves through various initiation rituals, often involving violent crimes like kidnapping, murder, or torture, to ensure absolute loyalty. Once inside, Members are expected to follow the Triad's codes without question. The gang's operations cover a wide range of illicit activities. Drug trafficking is their primary income source, but they also control human trafficking, extortion rings, and even counterfeiting. What makes them feared is their willingness to engage in outright warfare with rival gangs, even in broad daylight. The 14K has been involved in some of the most violent street battles in Hong Kong, making them notorious not only for their wealth, but also for their brutality. Number 7. The W Shing Wo, net worth $12 billion. Established in 1930, W Shing Wo is the oldest triad in Hong Kong, and it remains one of the most powerful. The triad has a well-organized structure with defined roles and ranks. Loyalty and trust are central to their operations, and their members are bound by a strict code of conduct. Violating this code often leads to severe punishment, sometimes even death. W Shing Wo's culture is deeply rooted in tradition. New members must go through a formal initiation ceremony, which includes a ritual where they pledge their loyalty and swear to never betray their brotherhood. This ritual often involves blood oaths or other acts of commitment. Their operations span across drug trafficking, illegal gambling, and extortion. However, what makes W Shing Wo particularly unique is their involvement in legitimate businesses, particularly real estate and finance. They have successfully blended their criminal activities with legitimate investments, making it incredibly difficult for authorities to shut them down. Their fearsome reputation is bolstered by their ability to stay under the radar, striking fear into their rivals without making headlines. When they do resort to violence, it's swift and public, ensuring they maintain control through fear. Number 6. The Yakuza, net worth $15 billion. The Yakuza is Japan's most notorious crime syndicate, with a history that dates back centuries. Heavily influenced by samurai culture, the Yakuza operate on a code of honor, loyalty, and hierarchy. Their presence in Japanese society is so deep that, at times, they've operated almost as a shadow government, influencing politics and economics. Yakuza members follow a strict code of conduct, with initiation rituals like Yubitsume, where a member voluntarily cuts off a finger as a form of apology or repentance for failing the gang. Loyalty to the Hoyobun boss is paramount, and members view themselves as part of a tight-knit family. Their business model includes drug trafficking, prostitution, and extortion, but the Yakuza have also branched into real estate and stock market manipulation. Despite their criminal enterprises, the Yakuza often present themselves as protectors of their communities, providing aid during disasters or offering security services in their territories. What makes the Yakuza so feared is their capacity for violence, tempered by their societal influence. They don't just rule through brutality, they command respect, often appearing as untouchable by the law. Number 5. The Big Circle Gang, net worth $20 billion. The Big Circle Gang originated from China's Red Guards during the Cultural Revolution. Disillusioned and displaced, these former soldiers turned to crime, forming one of the most dangerous and decentralized gangs in Asia. Unlike traditional triads, the Big Circle Gang operates through loose networks, which makes them incredibly difficult to track and dismantle. Their culture is built on loyalty and skill. New recruits are brought in through family or trusted connections and must prove their worth through various criminal acts. The gang is notorious for specializing in organized heists, arms smuggling, and drug trafficking, particularly in Canada, where they have a strong foothold. What makes them so fearsome is their brutal efficiency. They operate without the same hierarchical structure as other gangs, which allows them to adapt quickly and escape law enforcement crackdowns. Their involvement in high-profile robberies and assassinations has earned them a reputation for being one of the most dangerous criminal networks, not just in Asia, but globally. Number 4. The Sun Yatsen, net worth $25 billion. With over 55,000 members, Sun Yatsen is Hong Kong's largest triad. Founded in the 1910s, they have a military-like structure with clear ranks and a strong emphasis on loyalty and discipline. Brotherhood and honor are central to their culture, and members are inducted through a bloody initiation ceremony where they swear to defend the gang above all else. Sun Yatsen controls an empire that includes drug trafficking, prostitution, gambling, and human smuggling. What makes them truly unique is their involvement in legitimate businesses. From construction companies to the stock market, Sun Yatsen has mastered the art of blending criminal activities with legal enterprises, ensuring a steady flow of income while evading law enforcement. Their size and economic influence make them nearly untouchable, even for governments. Their fear factor comes from their ability to operate in both the criminal underworld and legitimate sectors, wielding power that rivals some governments. Number 3. The 18K Triad, net worth $30 billion. The 18K Triad is another powerful Hong Kong-based gang, known for its ruthless methods and global reach. Originally a splinter group, 18K quickly grew into one of the most dangerous and wealthiest gangs in the world. Their operations span drug trafficking, extortion, human smuggling, and even the arms trade, with significant influence in Europe and the United States. The 18K Triad's culture revolves around loyalty through fear. Initiation requires proving one's loyalty through dangerous tasks, often involving violence. The gang's fear factor comes from their global presence and their willingness to engage in brutal acts to maintain their dominance. Public executions and violent confrontations with rivals are common, solidifying their status as one of the most feared gangs in the world. Number 2. The Red War, net worth $45 billion. The Red War, also known as the United Wa State Army, UWSA, operates primarily along the borders of Myanmar and Thailand. Originally a paramilitary organization, they've grown into one of the most powerful and wealthiest criminal syndicates in Asia. Their stronghold in the Golden Triangle, the world's largest drug-producing region, gives them control over the methamphetamine trade. The culture of the Red War is militant. Members are often trained in military tactics with access to heavy weaponry. The gang operates like a state within a state, controlling entire regions and populations, which allows them to produce and distribute drugs on an unprecedented scale. What makes them so feared is their military precision and dominance over the drug trade. Their ability to remain untouchable, even by governments, makes them a powerful force in Asia's underworld. Number 1. The Yamaguchi-gumi, net worth $80 billion. At the top of the list is the Yamaguchi-gumi, Japan's largest and wealthiest Yakuza syndicate. Founded in 1915, this criminal empire has grown to include over 8,000 members. The Yamaguchi-gumi operates like a corporation, with their hands in everything from drug trafficking and extortion to real estate and finance. The gang's culture is steeped in samurai traditions. Members are taught to respect the chain of command with a deep sense of loyalty to their Hoyobon. Initiation rituals involve showing unwavering commitment to the syndicate, often through dangerous or violent acts. What makes them so feared is their integration into Japanese society. Despite numerous crackdowns by the government, they continue to operate openly, with offices and business fronts. Their wealth and influence have allowed them to endure for over a century, and they remain one of the most powerful and enduring criminal organizations in the world. And here you have the top 10 most powerful Asian gangs. This group dominate not only through their wealth, but also through their ability to inspire fear. Their stories of loyalty, violence, and secrecy have shaped the criminal underworld across the continent. If you know of any other terrifying groups we missed, drop their names in the comments and we'll dive into them in a future video. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.